How dolled up do you get when you go out to dinner? Do you dress to the nines or do the bare minimum?
No shirt, no shoes, no dives.
That debate over restaurant dress codes back on the menu, with Ruth's Chris Steakhouse recently saying it will enforce proper attire only, banning baseball hats from dining rooms and blacklisting gym wear, tank tops, or anything revealing. Chili's now roasting its competitor, saying in a new post, the only dress code is that you have to be dressed. It's all got the internet abuzz. Some toying with the idea of a dress code mafia.
Take your hat off.
Excuse me?
They don't sell hot dogs here.
Darden Restaurants, which owns Ruth's Chris, did not comment. One user saying they'd rather go to Chili's, with others coming to Ruth's Chris' defense saying a dress code should be the norm.
There's dress codes for a reason.
Simply have some decorum and respect us like the company.
Some pointing out that for the money you pay for dinner, you should be able to afford a decent outfit.
The average price of a meal at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is $100. As the price goes up, expectations go up, and that's Psychology 101.
On the flip side, with the cost of food at restaurants up 30% over the last 5 years, casual food chains are trying to appeal to customers not only with lax fashion, but lower prices too. Chili and Applebee's recently creating new value menu items to compete with fast food chains.
For $9.99.
The dress code debate not only happening at restaurants.
I'm just a boy trying to bring style back to travel.
Last month, Tampa's International Airport called out some travelers for being too casual, saying, we've seen enough. It's time to ban pajamas.
I think we lost our way, man. We don't know how to dress for the occasion.
We got too lax and we got too comfortable with just not doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's simple to just throw on a bonnet and some pajama pants to go out anywhere, let alone a high establishment like Ruth Chris or Benihana's and things like that, that you're paying an arm and a leg to eat there. So it's above, average dining establishment.
Yeah. And that's how I would describe it too, above average. But I wouldn't say you need to go in there with a suit or anything. I think the main issue was too that people were just coming in like they coming off the street. Basically, we talking about fitted hats, t-shirts, sweatpants, shorts, maybe some designer shoes, a designer belt, like treating it like it's a night at the local bar that sells wings for half off on Friday. Like, it's not a bar. Right. This is a restaurant. This is an establishment. This is not a chill out spot. This is where people come for birthday dinners. This is where people come for anniversaries. This is where people go for celebrations, graduations, all type of stuff. And you in there dressed like you just at the club, or you just swinging by the bar real quick. Like that's not the place. And I think it's a example of us as Black people in our culture not taking things seriously, even when it comes to ourselves. We're not taking ourselves seriously in how we're portrayed. When something just as basic as clothes, dressing for the occasion. You go to a job interview, you wear a blazer or something to that effect. You go to a sports outing, you can wear a jersey or something like that, or if you're just chilling around town going to get groceries. But certain things call for certain uniform, and that's just like a societal norm. Not saying conform to it. I'm just saying if you're going somewhere nice, dress nice.
Exactly. And let's keep it on topic. Let's talk to how people showed up to the World Cup for FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at, like, I was looking at a video earlier in the week and how Africans came dressed to the nine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, beautiful garments, beautiful suits, matching attire. And this is for one of the biggest games of their lives. You know what I mean? This is the World Cup right here the world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is better to dress for the occasion than not to be ready. You know what I mean? Like, somebody told me, like, I'm always stay fresh just in case I bump into my ex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you got to have that mentality to go out in public appropriate, you know what I mean? Do so. Whatever gets you to get to that level of understanding of how to dress when you walk out in the public. I don't care where it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think I know the second one I was telling you, because I travel for work. Sometimes you'll go to the airport and
Right.
bro, there's chicks in muumuus and bonnets and no bra on, titties flapping all over the place, looking crazy. And it's like every black person in there is looking at this one person. They like, bro, you just had to come in here and just fuck it up for everybody. Like you like we can't show no type of united front because there's always gonna be the least common denominator coming through and just wrecking our whole image. And that's been the tale of black folks for decades. Like it's always going to be that 5-10% of people who don't have no type of home training. Everybody is progressing and they're the ones that are regressing. What will possess you to pull up to an international airport to get on a flight with dozens of strangers in your fucking pajamas, in your sleep clothes, bro?
They came ready. They came ready for that long flight across seas. You know what I mean?
Bro, it'd be a small flight.
12 hours.
It'd be chicken heads going from Atlanta to Miami, a little hour and a half, 45-minute flight, dressed like they ready to take the best night's rest of their life. Why are you dressed like you do in your here's the thing. I don't leave my front door in the clothes that I walk around my home in.
Absolutely.
That's just that's natural. I do not leave my front door in the clothes that I woke up in, I will go to sleep in, or that I lounge around the house in. And the same thing, I'm not walking around my house in a button-up shirt or a suit or a blazer or hard-bottom shoes. It's all about knowing the situation, situational awareness, man. And when we go out looking crazy, looking like we about to get tucked into bed, or we looking like we just came from the hair salon or whatever it may be,
looking like nobody want us.
Yeah, or we just rolled out of bed. We're showing that we have no type of
respect for ourselves.
Yeah, respect for ourselves and respect for the community that we live in. You should be a productive member of society and contribute and to some degree conform to societal norms. Not saying dress like a Puerto Rican or dress like a white person, but if everybody's dressing one way, everybody can't be wrong and we right. Or everybody can't be wrong and you right, because it's not all black people by any length of the imagination. It's just a small percentage of people who just can't seem to get it right. Never learned the right way, never looked around, don't really care what anybody else thinks. And that's why stuff like this pops up. This is an international airport, Tampa International. This is a big airport. This is a major hub going from the South Florida up into the rest of the country. This is a major connecting what's the name, outside of Orlando. Orlando's on the other side. But dude, this is a hub where people are coming from other countries and they coming in, they're looking like, what the fuck are these people doing in their pajamas? Like, is there a pajama party on one of these flights? It's people coming from Norway and Switzerland and South Africa, Australia, and they looking at you and you got on a muumuu and a silk scarf.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? And it is a small percentage of black people that do this. Small percentage of Spanish people that do it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not the only minorities that do, the lax wear, just a relaxed fit. And like, I get it to a certain degree. If you're going somewhere, you want to be as comfortable as possible, especially if you're traveling far. You don't want to be like all overwhelmed, but you got to be appropriate. You got to try a little harder.
Yeah, and there's plenty of examples of being comfortable. People wear. I know Wallow 216. You know Wallow and Gilly.
Yeah.
Bro, he has a literal brand, a clothing brand called Airplanes and Hotels that's literally geared to being comfortable but presentable at airports and hotels. Like, of course, you don't want to dress up to go to the airport and be uncomfortable sitting in your seat, or just to go sit in the seat just to go somewhere. But even a nice sweatsuit, a nice little t-shirt and jeans, or a nice little t-shirt and maybe some joggers.
The Crocs are more presentable than some damn flip-flops.
I wouldn't even say that. I'm not even taking it that far. But I look at somebody wearing Crocs in the what's name, I'm looking at them like this person is a flight risk. This person might be fighting on the plane. This person might be getting drunk.
They wearing Crocs when they wearing Crocs when they preparing your shoes. So you better watch out for them Crocs, man. Them non-slips is powerful.
Oh nah, I ain't trying to stand nowhere next to nobody wearing Crocs in public like that. Maybe at the grocery store, okay, cool. But you at somewhere where it's hundreds, if not thousands of people, and you the only person squeaking around in Crocs, hell
Squeaking
nah.
around is wild, man.
Squeaking around sounding like a little duck walking through the airport.
He said
Sounded
squeak,
crazy.
squeak.
Yeah, squeak, 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 running to your gate.
Nah.
Hell nah, man. That's not how you want to be seen, bro. Like, just think
Man,
about
but
how you would feel if your girl, you about to go to the airport and you go out and you waiting in the car and your girl come out the what's her name in a muumuu, a bonnet, and some Crocs or some flip flops.
I'm pulling off.
Yeah, like you gonna have to stay here. You gonna have to stay here for sure. You ain't going on this trip.
Women gotta understand, and men gotta understand as well. Like, you represent me. Like, if I just say, for instance, this is an example. If she's a high value woman, you know what I mean, or a high value man, and y'all got your thing together. You know how she dress around the house. She take off a wig. She comfortable, whatever. So if I'm out there and my name speaks value in some type of way, in some type of platform, and somebody catch you outside in the grocery store, knowing that you my wife, knowing that you my husband, and you looking like a lost,
disheveled as hell,
like you ain't got to see. I'm like, what's going on? Like, that's like, we used to look at fashion as a status symbol, and still is, but it's the people that look at it like.
I think it's deeper than that, because you go and look at what's the one, Boomerang, or go and look at A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Right.
At what's the one with Tommy Davidson and Will Smith, wife Jada Pinkett?
Booty Call.
Yeah, Booty Call. There was another one too that they was both in, or that Tommy Davidson was in. But you see, you said, yeah, Woo, yeah. But you see, bro, black folks, yeah, not even a 2-piece suit. It's just about being presentable, bro. You got Eddie Murphy's character in Boomerang. He got his 2-piece pajamas on. When he leave out, he got his nice little knit t-shirt, the slacks with the nice leather belt, nice little loafers. Like, bro, what happened to black folks wanting to be presentable? I feel like it's starting to get to a point where the scale is tipping to where, instead of all black people leaning into being presentable and being the next generation and wanting to make a new dichotomy of black folks, like a new vision of American black folks, to everybody just conforming to, I hate to say it, but just like this ghetto mentality, this ghetto thing, everybody trying to conform to the lowest common denominator, the worst of us. Not saying that is the worst people, but it's the image has done so much damage. There's no way that we should be perpetuating it. That's crazy. That's like shooting yourself in the foot and kissing the gun.
Like, we're not trying to be part of every bad stereotype that ever existed about black people ever. Like, let's show some kind of decorum and just have some respect for ourselves to just show up a little better. Like, it's really not that hard to throw on a nice little sweatsuit, a little Nike sweatsuit, or, a Puma sweatsuit. It still looks presentable. It's color coordinated. It's simple. And it's still comfortable because it's fabric that breathes. Yeah. You don't have to go over the top.
Right. And I want to take it to grooming as well. What's going on, everybody? Just a quick intermission before we get into the second half of the pod. Winny and Kels is brought to you in part by two niggas with full-time jobs. If you can find it in your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe. Either one of those, preferably all three. It will really help us out, help the channel grow, and keep these conversations going. Appreciate it. Let's get back to it.
Oh man, take it there.
The grooming, like the come on, man. Like, we got to start. I can understand. Okay, there's not many things that'll tear a black man away from getting a haircut, or if you bald, getting a clean shave, keeping the beard tapered up. But the amount of people that I see with just coming out the house looking raggedy, man. Looking not even before you even put the clothes on, not presentable. I'm talking about ashy elbows, dirty shoes, half cut hair. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing?
See, my job didn't call for me to get presentable. They don't pay me enough.
That's
I
crazy.
hate that line. I hate that line. They
Yeah,
don't pay
they don't
me
pay
enough.
me to be yeah, they don't pay me to wear slides. Bro, this is stuff that you can get from the department store on sale every
I'm gonna take it
spring.
even further. We can go to the Salvation Army and the thrift stores.
Yeah,
and get
Goodwill.
it for way less. Goodwill. Come on, man.
But even
Come on,
outside
shoot.
of that, I'm talking about the grooming. Okay, look at females wearing the weaves and stuff. Even going back to those movies that I mentioned, the female leads in all of those, maybe you might see one with extensions. 90% of them, natural hair that they was taking. They was greasing their scalps like grandma used to do. They was washing their hair. They was putting their hair up, pinning their hair at night, letting it fall in the morning, teasing their hair. Nice hairstyles.
They got the curling iron on.
Yeah, the curling iron.
Get the hair straightened out.
Minimal makeup, a nice skin routine, simple things, bro. And it's like,
this is the 80s and 90s. This wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, but that's when black folks were propelling themselves into the class that a lot of them have now separated. So all of those people who used to dress and act like that, they kind of cut the cord and kind of did leave a lot of people behind. And I feel like those are the people that we're talking about right now. All the people who didn't get their stuff together or made maybe a couple bad mistakes back in the day, they kind of got left in the past, and they're not even privy to those circles anymore, to the point where they don't even know that they're out of sync.
Absolutely. And then they, on top of that, they raising kids to see this lackadaisical behavior, and they just doing it on a larger scale.
Yeah.
So now they going to high school looking like this. They going to junior high looking like this. They going to the stores. They going to job interviews like this, and they get upset when they don't get the job because you didn't prepare enough. And it's not entirely your fault, but you can look up a video or two. Right now, YouTube is free. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to try to learn. Like, I learned how to tie a tie on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, to dress for an interview that I needed to have that job. So I did the research, and I looked at videos, and I learned how to style myself, being a bigger guy, and get the job. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, YouTube is a wealth of knowledge. Or even what happened to the days of you see somebody out dressed nice and dressed presentable. Hey, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that t-shirt from? Where'd you get that sweater from? Where'd you get that where'd you get that belt from? Ask. Usually the people who are presentable and do and put themselves together nice, they don't mind giving a hand. They don't mind helping out. Especially, I can see somebody being young. Maybe you didn't grow up around, maybe let's say more affluent people or whatever it may be, or you just young in general. Like you just used to wearing sweatpants and t-shirts and shorts, going through high school and college. When you come out, you find a mentor, man. You pattern yourself, and then from that you'll find your own style. You'll find your own way around, and you'll realize, okay, when I'm going here, I should look like this. Every day you should be presentable, but when you go in certain places, you dress for the occasion.
Absolutely. Like you know, I work with the kids, and I had one of the young men ask me. He said, "Well, it's 80 degrees out here. Why you have two shirts on?" I said, "I have an undershirt to tuck, and then I have my regular shirt to go over it because it lays out to look presentable, and not bunched up. So when I present myself to your parents, I'm presenting myself in a presentable manner. Like, I went to graduations, 8th grade graduations. When I tell you that these kids just jumped out of bed and went to their own graduation.
Yep.
It was bad. It was just like,
ain't even wash their ass, just brush their teeth
like,
and make a splash of water in their face.
I did see a splash, like, and it was definitely a splash, a splash of kids that came with the with the dresses and the ties and the suits. You know what I mean? And that goes back to the parenting, man. It goes back to the parents saying, "Hey, this is a big accomplishment. You made it through your first, cycle. You're going into your second cycle. Let's celebrate this the right way. I got this laid out for you. I already pressed your slacks, press your shirt, just put it on, and let's get to graduation." Nah, it wasn't none of that. jeans, sweatshirts. You know what I mean? Bonnets. It was ridiculous, and this is in a suburban community.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids, I admire the people that are trying, or people who may just not have the full knowledge, because there's certain things, unless you get into it, you wouldn't even know. There's certain shirts that you can't just wear by themselves. There's certain shirts that need to be tucked in. There's certain buttons that need to be unbuttoned. There's certain it's like there's so much nuance in it, and when you go into some of these places and you look backwards, or you look out of place, or what you're supposed to do, you're not doing. Or even look at the watches. If you right-handed, what side is what hand is your watch supposed to be on?
On your left.
Your non-dominant hand. Most people don't even know that. You got these kids running around with these big fake, and it don't even matter. It don't even matter the value of the watch or what kind of watch it is. At least wear it on the right arm so people know you're not a jackass.
Completely dope.
Yeah. I've had to do this in the military with these kids go buy the biggest, goofiest fake gold Michael Kors watch for $200. Think they got something.
Michael Kors.
Yeah, biggest fake Invicta or biggest fake little cheap, whatever cheap little watch brand, which is fine.
G-Shock?
Yeah, well, G-Shock is fine. I mean, it's no way to fuck up a G-Shock, but just the ones that they think kind of like make them look rich, the rich looking watch. And then they go and put it on the wrong arm. They go put it on the wrong wrist. And it's like, you done did all this. You spent a quarter of your check, because they're not making much at that point. When you're 18, 17, you only the first couple ranks maybe. And you go put it on the wrong wrist. Like, dude, nobody told you what wrist to wear. Nobody told you to match your belt with your shoes. Nobody told you to do this or do that. Wear an undershirt, wear a tank top with a shirt that's supposed to be unbuttoned at the top. It's just simple things that make you look like you're not supposed to even be around. And that's the things that we need to get to as a baseline, not even so much as we shouldn't be reaching for these simple things. These are things that have been around since the dawn of the dapper era. What do they call it? The dandy era. This is stuff that came over from England, from Asia,
Europe,
like all these places that invented these clothes. So you running around like, I don't mind some creative juices, but if you running around watch on the wrong wrist, buttons all fucked up, like, come on, man, we got to do better.
Listen, what is something that what's some kind of knowledge you can drop on this subject that you can tell a community?
I'll try to get 3 out. So obviously, whatever hand that you write with, wear your watch on the opposite hand. If you're a lefty, wear it on your right hand. If you're a righty, wear it on your left hand. That's the watch. For suits, you can get a blazer in one of 3 colors, or you can get a suit in one of 3 colors, and it will match 9 times out of 10. You can wear any type of shirt you want, and basically all you got to do is just match your shoes and your belt. That's the only thing you got to worry about. So you can do blue, you can do tan, and then you can do black. If you got those 3 suits, you good to go. Or one of those 3 suits, you good to go. Obviously, you don't want to wear a blue suit to a funeral. You can pull it off, but you're going to look a bit out of place. But you will be presentable for the occasion.
Absolutely.
Undershirts. Get a good quality t-shirt. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be small. Figure out your sizes. Your pants. Figure out what length pants you wear. Figure out what waist size fits for you. Get some belts. The amount of people that I see running around holding their pants up, there's loops on your pants for that issue. That is an issue. They make loops on the belt for that issue. The manufacturers have acknowledged not everybody has the same body type. So they put belt loops so you can get a more specified and dialed in fit on these things. All these things are for a reason. But you look at the belt loops on your jeans and you just be like, oh yeah, that's just a way for me to pick my pants up. For me, I can just put my finger through and pull them up. No, put a belt on. The amount of people I see with no belts is insane. This is stuff that you learn in elementary school. Put a belt on. That's the second one. So we got the watches, we got the suits, and the belt. What else can I give you? Have a decent pair of non-athletic shoes, whether it be loafers, Just dialed down tennis shoes, something that just looks regular. Everything is not a Jordan or a Air Force occasion. Say, get you some hard bottoms, get you some not off brand, but something that doesn't have just a bunch of colors, and nice pair of brown or tan or white shoes, and then you can have as many tennis shoes as you want, but just
Absolutely.
at least have those on standby. The hard bottoms and some nice comfy shoes, some loafers, or even boat shoes. I would say boat shoes are easy and they're comfy. There you go. That's what I got.
I'm a fan of Stacey Adams myself. I'm a big fan of Stacey Adams.
I wouldn't go Stacey Adams unless you about 40 something.
Hey, listen.
If you 20 something, please do not go get you no Stacey Adams, man. Just go get you some nice loafers, man. You need to go Stacey Adams, player from the Himalayas. What you got?
Man, I got one thing, man. Low income. If you don't have it, looking for jobs, and this is for my young people. You understand? It's something so simple with just a polo with 3 buttons and a pair of black slacks, black on black, with some black shoes. It's affordable. Anybody can get it. So when you're going out looking for your summer jobs and you're looking for employment at any establishment,
I would go blue. I would go blue on tan. That's not triple black is crazy.
Triple black is crazy. I get okay. We could do the blue on tan, but anyway, a pair of slacks with a black sock
and a black
pair of a polo, affordable. You know what I mean? Some slacks, tan, black, blue, and those color patterns. You'll be all right. Go out there, present yourself. Have some type of respect for yourself. For my young people that need the guidance. You understand? I'm not talking for the older folks. You know what I mean? Young women, get a nice little sundress. Get a nice little, small, like some slacks yourself. Show up for yourself. If anybody else don't show up for you, you show up for yourself, period.
The greatest respect that you can receive is the respect that you give yourself. And every time you cross that threshold through your front door or your garage, you're showing the world, this is what I think about myself.
Most definitely.
So dress and act accordingly. That's all I got on the topic. You got any closing thoughts?
If you like what you heard and you have any comments, thoughts, leave them in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to share and hit that bell icon for any upcoming videos that we may do. Peace.
1